Shout out, I have this so I can
There you
nod to,
go. Hi,
nod to
Joe.
Gerald.
Hi, Alice. Hello, everybody. I'm so
Hello.
glad we've had this time together,
Yay.
right? I'm so glad Annie
Me
Bear is here
too.
with me today. My sister, another sister from another mister. I, we have been chatting with each other for
Yeah.
almost 2 years now, right?
Yeah. Yes, we have.
Ring
Yeah.
that bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure, for sure. So it's good to have you here.
Thank
And
you.
before we get into all the particulars, um, what's going on in your days? Has your house been upgraded enough for this year? Are you done with that or what? What's going on there?
We are done with that. And I had a most amazing, beautiful thing today. My son came to pick up his child, and he said, "Mom, there's deer in the street." So I went out, and there were three deer, two houses down, munching on my neighbor's flowers. But I got a couple of videos and some pictures of them, and I talked to them, and I got within about 12 feet. And I told them to go to the ravine so that they wouldn't go towards more homes.
Yeah.
So they went in the ravine. I was like, "Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you, thank
there you
you."
go. Oh, they listen. They
Such
understand.
a gift to see three deer today. My cup overflows.
I walked in the woods in Virginia a lot, and this sanctuary that I was in was a reserve.
Mm-hmm.
And the area that I was in, though it was just a recent development into being suburbia. And so it was still well loaded with deer. And I had been going there for quite some time all by myself, and my neighbor never believed me as to how close that they walk right up to me. And so there was this 10-point buck with an entourage of ladies, and she's walking with me. She stops on the path, and I keep singing my Native American, uni nuni ue ha nune. So I'm singing that, and I've been singing that for 3 years to these deer. So they know it's me, and they know I mean them no harm. And the buck takes a couple of steps closer, and the ladies take a couple of steps closer. Of course, I didn't get that close because I didn't know how my friend was going to act. But she stood there with her mouth dropped to the floor because, of course, her husband was a hunter. And she just like, how'd you do that?
Yeah, my dad had a way like that. I mean, I love them, but my dad had a way where we would give them tobacco. And back when had tobacco on me all the time, you could feed them tobacco. But my dad had this special way about him that they would let him touch them. And they would not let me touch them. I was like, "Oh, I want to hug everybody and love everybody." But chipmunks and deer would come right up to him, and
That's
he could, rub when they really like their antlers scratched. They really like their antlers rubbed, especially when they're young and it's first
and
coming
that,
in. It's itching.
right. And it is,
Yeah,
right.
my
And
dad had a special way with him that he could do that. His name was Richard.
I love it when their antlers are first getting their purple velvet. Oh,
Yeah.
what a beautiful sight when, especially when the sun just hits it just right and they glisten and it's just such a gorgeous color.
It's
It's
an
not,
affirmation of life, isn't it? Of new
it,
beginnings. And
right?
it's a powerful medicine. It's a medicine of fearless love, absolute
And it's,
love.
you can't even describe the color purple it is.
Yeah, it's
You know,
incredible.
definitely need to find it in a paint tube,
Oh, wouldn't that be remarkable?
right?
Oh, I'm also, when you asked me what else was new, I've got new paper today. So as a fellow artist, you know how exciting that is.
I know, I know.
Cold
This,
pressed. I got
right?
cold pressed paper today.
Especially
Woohoo!
when doing watercolors. That's not grainy enough. I want big, thick grain because God only knows how many times I'm going to wipe it out.
I have bought so many palettes just for the greens
Yeah.
because,
Uh,
it's so nice to just have that. It's just, there's so many shades, so much beauty.
yeah.
Yeah, so inspirational.
Well, everybody in the chat, you know that I'm lame on reading the chat. So I just want to say, hey, Swampy and Alice and Rossi. I tried to use the microphone today, but I couldn't get it to work. Um, Not for any other reason, but if it's going through my phone, I can't get it into my iPad, and the little jack for it doesn't go into the iPad. This is it's bigger. The iPad is bigger. Well, it's different too. Anyways, I'll work on it. I'll figure that out. Hi, Akila. Who else do we have? Quickly, quickly, quickly.
I
And
can't see the chat, but hello, everyone.
right? I know that how that goes. Lauren, how are you? And Helene Robinson. Oh, Helena Robinson. Remember Helena Robinson? Or you're too young. She was quite the makeup queen
Oh,
back in the 50s. Play Love Remember. Hi, everybody. So
hey,
please forgive
Play.
if I don't catch your name from now on.
Do you
And,
see Kelly Healer?
no.
Okay, she's
Oh,
probably cooking. Or,
she may
yay.
not be here yet, but you know.
Yeah.
She may have things.
Yep, that's right.
We all have things.
Yep.
So, okay, let's take this time to light our candles. And if this is your first time here, I want to explain. I have added to and created an incantation.
Okay.
It begins with a prayer that was written during World War II.
Yeah.
And if you
I
look,
watched your other ones.
yes,
Yeah.
but some people in the chat may not have seen those.
Okay.
So I just want you to know that the opening lines were written by James Dillett Freeman. And if you listen to Mary Ann Revealing Light in Australia, she uses this prayer quite often as well. So first, let's light our candle.
This little light of mine, God, it's you. There we have it.
All right. And let's begin. Let's take 3 deep breaths and get ourselves regrounded. Hi, Viviani. We are the light. The light is within us. The light surrounds us. The light protects us. We are the light. Where there is fear, let us place light. Where there is loneliness, let us place light. Where there is hunger, let us place light. Where there is anger, let us place light. Where there is darkness, let us place light. Where there is discomfort, let us place light. Where a child has been lost, let us place light. We are the divine. We are the divine light of both the masculine and the feminine. The light is within us. The light surrounds us. The light protects us. We are the light. And so mote it be. Thank you, everybody. So, Annie Bear, I would love to hear all about how you have healed yourself, because we all go through all these gyrations all through our lives. We've all had horrible experiences of trauma and just just bad experiences, right? And so I know that you are very familiar with a book called No Bad Parts. And I also know how connected you are to Mother Earth. So I want to start with you telling us a little bit about this book, No Bad Parts. I mean, what's he talking about?
This is a fabulous. I would say first, I am healing myself in process. It's a never ending thing. One never gets finished. It goes
Well,
layer by layer like the beautiful onions that we are.
yeah, and we sort of made that discovery with Kelly yesterday too, because we know we got stuff keeps coming back. We've got that experience within us for all of us, right? So, pardon me for interrupting you. Go ahead.
That's okay. This came out in 2021. It's I have had this book in my possession for I want to say a year and a half, between a year and a half and 2 years. I'm not certain because time is kind of
Yeah.
wonky when you get older. It's kind of blurry.
Tired. If I
But
don't have a doctor appointment, I don't care.
well, one of the things that blew me away when I first picked this book up was what really blew my mind right away was chapter 1 is entitled "We're All Multiple." I don't have anything else on. I'm hearing a sound distortion.
You're okay. Let me shut this off.
Now you're muted. Now I can't hear you.
Hold on. Now I can.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Let me start with the chapters because I think it will encapsulate better than I could. Chapter 1 is called "We're All Multiple." The old theory of counseling, and I've went to about 18 years of counseling, and it helped me enormously. I wish everyone actually
way went to schizophrenia.
In those extreme cases, some parts have been more damaged than most of us. So we make little, not making little of anyone's journey. Chapter 2 is entitled "Why Parts Blend." Chapter 3, "This Changes Everything." Chapter 4, more on systems. 5, mapping our inner systems. 6, healing and transformation. 7, the self in action. And 8, vision and purpose. I started, of course, with chapter 1, getting to know a protector, where we all have parts within us. And some of these parts are called exiles because, and this is where for me, it married a couple of things I had thought. In Native tradition, I had been told that we all have inner children. In this book, some of those would be called exiles. Some is self energy. Some of those exiles turn into protectors or managers or firefighters. But in Native tradition, it's like you have a little boy, a little girl, a little toddler, a little tween, a little teen. You have male and female, and they're of all ages. Of all ages. You have an elder within yourself. You have a grandfather, grandmother energy, and
what you just said about the male and female brings us to the premise of these 9 candles anyway, which is to reunite that divine female and that divine masculine that is within all of us. So this book is very poignant for the theme of this. Anybody who's having struggles, this could be a light bulb for you. Okay.
One of the things that is most important to me I've been on this spiritual journey, and I've been in process of healing, and I still am in this process for like 40 years. I am a very slow learner, very stubborn, and any ideas that I take within myself, I go to Creator. I've done this for all my life. I will go. My place where I feel safe is away from people and in nature, and I ask Creator, and I talk out loud. I've done this for a long time, where I say I came across this book, and they were talking about, many selves, and I have selves inside that are angry, that I need to make peace with. I have parts that hide. I have parts that want to be in control of everything, and other parts that also want to be in control, but they have different ways of solving my problems. and Creator, I need help with this. Please help me. My idea is I'm going to try this. Will you please help me? And it's just that simple, to be connected to Mother and to be connected to Creator, is to be outside and talk out loud and say, I'm doing my best. I'm confused about this idea, or I like this idea. I think I'm going to try this. Please help me do this. And then personally, what I do to combine, because I look to spirit and to earth to see how I'm doing, because it's a conversation I'm having with Creator and with Mother. My life is a conversation I am having with them. So whatever idea I'm excited about, and I would not shut up about this after I got this book. I would not shut up about it. Everywhere I went, I was like, get this book, get this book.
I know.
Check it
And
out.
I can testify because we've always talked a lot, but back in those days when we had this, it was like la 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 la. And didn't you catch some videos from this as well, from the show? Through or
No,
not
but
the show, but doesn't he have videos? I don't know if they're on YouTube or if they're connected with his.
I did share some on my community back when it was called the community page. But I actually wrote them and I asked them, could I please read your book aloud? Because I wanted so much. I wanted so much for other seekers like myself and other people who are in process of healing and forgiving themselves and each other, their pasts, their ancestors, people in their current life, other people they meet that go, wow, we must have something between us. Those kind of situations. But this conversation I'm having with Creator and with Mother is ongoing. And there's 7 levels to everything that we do. There's 7 levels.
Number. There's that
so
number.
That's very important to me, that 7 levels, because sometimes my intuition will have an understanding on, let's just say for the purpose of this conversation, my spirit will understand the 7th level. I might see in the 5th level, but my feelings might be in the 2nd level. And that's why I need help. That's why I need this book or other people, or I'll look for signs during this conversation to see if crows show up. If someone is talking to me and crows start talking, that tells me that that person is either fibbing to me or they're fibbing to themselves and they don't know it yet. Or if I'm talking and I'm just so sure of myself and the crows come up and start talking a whole bunch, then I know to be quiet because I'm I'm fooling myself. So, I mean, nature's straight up.
Oh, there are more signs and omens through Mother, because that's what you like to call her, through Pachamama, than basically anywhere, because anything that is atmospheric or ground or water or fire, that is the generation generated by Pachamama.
There's so many energies. It's such a beautiful kaleidoscope. I mean, there's so many threads in this beautiful tapestry, and we're a part of it. We're breathing a part of it. You can go as gentle. You don't have to. I kind of go at things hard sometimes. I'm learning to be gentle just because I'm getting older.
Right.
It's not so much your wisdom as getting tired. But so I'm getting gentler as I go, but making peace with parts of yourself. I used to do a lot of numbing behaviors, and I could get along quite well with people I didn't really like because I would do numbing behaviors, but those numbing behaviors weren't good for me. So letting go of those numbing behaviors, I had, okay, this is me, real deal here, not going to numb anymore. That was just another way of hiding.
So where did your real wounding, I mean, we can all say our childhood, but what was your childhood like? You don't have to give us all the details, but what was that inner feeling for you as a child?
The connectedness with spirit and with Mother. I don't think I had words for that. I think what in the journey of spirituality, I would say the first teacher that I went to for spiritual teaching turned out to be an abusive person. And this was me as a grown woman.
Oh.
And this was a person I asked my father, who did not know any better. And I asked him, I said, Dad, I want to be a medicine woman. I want to do good things. I want to be a blessing to my people. I want to learn. who should I talk to? And he told me someone, and he did not know that that person was bad. And so I went to that person. So when they said things like, take all your clothes off and go in that cold water there and do that every day and do that while while I watch you. To me, I was like, I will do whatever because I'm not like your regular girl. I don't get scared that easy. And when I was that age, those kind of things, I'm not a Twitter kind of girl. So I think that was probably the wounding that I would talk about in as far as this goes,
Sure.
because I was coming with an open heart and I
Right.
was coming with deer medicine. My name was Little Running Deer at that time, and
Awesome.
it was my love of Creator that was my biggest strength and shield. And so I got through that experience, and my dad did too, and I told him about it, and it went on for about a year. And when I called that person out and said, what you're doing is wrong, then I was standing within a bear that was about 9 feet tall.
Uh-huh.
And that bear was holding me as I stood there, and I was shaking, but I was angry. And I was like, what you're doing is wrong. I came to you in trust with an open heart, and what you're doing is wrong. And that was a wounding. And that was also because I was determined, like, it's okay if I'm stupid, but I'm not bad.
Of course. And I mean, you stood up for yourself. You
I
said enough.
did.
Enough. That's awesome. Okay, so what about the little child? What was your child? Did you have a lot of playmates? Or, you know,
No, I spent a lot of time in nature as a child. I think I lived with a number of families when I was little. Um, so I'm not. This isn't a counseling session, so I won't be laying out all my life
no, that's
as
okay.
entertainment.
You know, because, well, so many of us have the same experience. You know, we don't even know it, but we all have the same experiences. And
We actually, that's not the case. We aren't all sexually abused, and we aren't all mentally and physically abused. I
no,
know
but
people who grew up perfectly safe and everything was fine and great, and other people grew up without much love and not, I mean, there's all kinds of ways of growing up, but I think often there's this thing called legacy burdens that I think runs through generations, and it can, part of it's patriarchy, part of it's ancestral. I mean, there's a lot of ways of looking at this. So when we come on board, so to speak, and we come in and we have a walk, we say, I am here to break patterns. I believe that I said, I'm here to break patterns, and I'm not going to do these things. As I go forward, I'm not doing this. And this ends with me. And I did that in a couple of different ways. As a parent and as spiritually, when I saw that, when I experienced that kind of abuse, as an adult, I was like, this is wrong. And I am not the only woman in the world that this has happened to, you
Mhm.
know, just like I sure as heck wasn't the only child that bad things happened to. But, I think many of us are way showers in the way that we break patterns and we
Yeah,
say, okay, this ends with me, and I will share what I learn. And as I heal, I will share the things, the signposts that I found on the way that
yeah,
really helped me, and go, hey, this might help you.
yeah,
Check it out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember mine being young childhood was fine because
Yeah.
the kids. But as I got into school, it became very lonely. And because those neighbor kids were in the same school and going in different classrooms, they had other playmates. And by the time you get home, you got no more playmates, right? So I had a pretty lonely childhood that I know turned into anger, and there was something in me that was rejecting the anger, that wasn't allowing me to feel that. And I just remember that I too got to that point where it was like, this is BS. I'm out of here. This is not right. I am out of here. So I know what you're talking about for sure. So the book talks about flashbacks. Do you have any of those still?
I think that's something that I would speak with my counselor about when I was going to counseling. And that happens, I think what has happened over the years is I do daily maintenance.
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that Kelly, as a soul sister, shared with me that I've done ever since she shared it with me was every day I say, any energy that does not belong to me, leave now. And any energy that is mine that I inadvertently left in my travels today, return to me. You know, some days I have to do that 7 times a day. Some days I'll have to stop in my tracks and go, oh, I feel something at my edges. What is that? Oh, okay. So there might be an emotion that I had that I didn't really feel comfortable experiencing at that time. And I tamped it down a little bit. And I'll go, okay, little one. Okay, let's see. You're about 14. Okay, that incident that brought up some anger, didn't it? That's okay that you feel angry. That's okay. I can validate that feeling. That feeling that got triggered, is that happening now? Okay, let's look up. Let's look ahead of us. Describe what you see. I see a picture. I see this. I see a tree. Okay, are you in danger right now? No, I am not. I am fine. I am safe. I am loved. And it's okay that you had that feeling. Now you
Right.
can run that feeling through. Your voice has been heard. I am here for you. You are safe. And you can validate that healing for yourself in the moment and run that energy through your feet into Mother. Hi, Diane. I'm going to have a session with her tonight. I'm so excited. She's
Oh,
fantastic. I cannot recommend her enough.
exactly.
But so instead of sometimes because I do that daily maintenance and daily spiritual practice, that gets so that it doesn't build up. When those feelings are ignored, then you will experience, a firefighter reaction, because that doesn't make sense to people who haven't read the book. Let me say that of these parts, sometimes the little tiny children parts who didn't have words, who maybe got abused, um, they become exiles. Let's say
That's the
you have,
word I want to know about.
you have little baby parts. My first abuse was not without words, so didn't have words, so that becomes exile. And then other parts of that baby self become protectors and managers. And these are all little children who are now somehow in charge of the psyche, in charge of protecting you so that you don't get further hurt. So they use the tools at their disposal. They use the understandings that they have. So when you get to be a grown person, you can go back and gather these parts back to your heart, because they are little children. And I know when I was dating, I've been married to my beautiful husband for 25 plus years. But when I was dating, it was often like this is going to sound so weird, but it was like I had like very many different parts getting attracted to men, but they weren't grown up. You know? So, when so I'm not sure how much I want to share about that, but when you want to take control of your life and yourself, and you say, Creator, Mother, I am responsible for me. I am responsible for my own happiness. I am responsible for my energy. So I will call it back every day. And every day I will ask that any energy that is not mine leave now. And I will light candles, and I will burn sage. And I will do what is necessary to show you that I am walking true. And any parts that come up are going to come up for healing. And often it's the most angry and damaged parts that come up, because they need the attention, they need the help. And you grow compassion from the inside out, I think, when you forgive yourself. Go ahead, please.
Well, so the exile, then you're actually talking about the part of you that is still within you, but it feels like it's not a part of all of you. Is that
The
an
exile part is like the little baby, the little child, what we used to call inner children are parts. What the inner children that got hurt
okay?
are called exiles.
Okay.
And the children parts that try to protect them are called protectors or managers, or you have to read the book yourself, people, and get this book. It's really good, by Richard Schwartz. It's really good. He has developed a style of counseling called IFS, Internal Family Systems Counseling. And when I contacted them to see if I could read the book aloud, just so I could make video of it, so people could have it, they said, no, you can just read a little bit if you refer to us, like in a professional setting. And I'm not a professional, so I was like, darn. But
Right.
it never hurts to ask. I've
No.
written to others, and they've said, oh sure, go ahead, as long as you give us credit for what you're reading. And
Yeah.
I've been no problem. Like that astrology book that I was going on about, that's one of my favorites. And it turned out you have that book too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Sacred Astrology by Joan Hodgson. That to me is the be all book about astrology, because it combines things. It combines the spirituality of why we're here with why we chose to be born at a certain time.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
Well, let's come to meditation and other woo-woo things. What does he have? I know he brings up meditation in the book.
Yes, thank you. That's one of my favorite pages in this book. It's on page 78. One of my favorite parts. I even know what page it is. Like meditation, I think for, oh my goodness, probably over 50 years, I thought meditation was ridiculous and dumb. I didn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would just say, I can't meditate. I just can't. And I had other girlfriend named Tibby, who I just love her dearly. Loved her dearly. But her and I would giggle about how we just couldn't meditate. I'm like, yeah, they tell you to just blank your mind and look at a train, and your thoughts are on a train. And I said, I just started thinking about trains. I just can't do it. And it wasn't until the pandemic, actually, when I was so, I had went through a medical thing, and I had went through some trauma there, and I was isolating. Extremely. I was barely leaving my home. And I started using Insight Timer. I found it free, and I was doing counseling remotely as needed. And I started using it like all day long. And one of the things that he mentions here is, and that was fine. That was fine. It was bringing me solace. And I frankly didn't know what else to do. And I'd been on my spiritual journey for quite a long time at this point.
Yeah.
I started in my 20s, but I found it so very helpful. But I started out with just getting rid of anxiety. And I knew it was helping me because I would be no longer in anxiety. So it was pretty easy. And I hadn't heard anything about Hertz music or anything like that. But one of the things that he mentions as it progresses, because it is on page 78, so there's some knowledge, great big bunch of knowledge between page 1 and 78, was if we use meditation as a way to escape dealing with our feelings, that's bypassing. It's called spiritual bypassing, and it's not healing. And you're not judged for not healing. But if you're a healer and you're here to heal yourself and grow that compassion from inside, there are 8 C's of self-leadership that are described: curiosity, compassion, clarity, calm, confidence, connectedness, creativity, and clarity.
Yep. You got them all right.
These,
You get an
I,
A.
thank you. I say these every night before I go to sleep because it's so important to me. This has helped me so much. These are like 8 spiritual keys to me. And it's wonderful to meditate. But don't meditate to skip your feelings, because you're going to have difficult feelings come up when you're healing, because they come up for healing. They're
So
ready.
would you
Picture
say,
them
I'm sorry.
picture
Would
them
you,
as little children.
okay, so would you say that this is also about being honest with yourself?
That's a given. Yeah.
Oh,
That's a given. And it's, if you picture them as little children, they can have some pretty fierce feelings. Little kids can get really angry.
yeah.
And you've seen little kids get really angry. And you felt these in
Steam coming
yourself.
out of their ears. Yeah,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
it's not like, it's like, I love you. I love you. This emotion is overtaking you, sweetheart. It's okay. I'm here. When you parent yourself, if you parent yourself for a super long time, then you start to access your inner elders. Because in tradition that I was taught, you have all those ages inside of you. But
That's beautiful. I've never put it that way. I've never thought of it that way. I'm stealing that. I'm putting that one in my heart and tool bag. It's my
it's so
inner elder.
helpful when you need wise counsel, when you need to pour your heart out. You do that, growing your compassion from within. Because I truly believe, I made these notes, and I truly believe that as we embrace our beautiful parts, and we say there are no bad parts, there are parts that need healing. There
Yeah,
are parts that need forgiveness, that need my forgiveness.
right. For our own.
Then we can start lighting up from within and healing from within, growing compassion. I believe we'll finally outgrow the society we find ourselves in right now, because the society we find ourselves in right now has legacy burdens of racism, of patriarchy, of individualism, of materialism. And each of these combine to make us feel alone. And they create this feedback loop of competitiveness that makes us feel further and further divided. And that's not true. We're outgrowing it. That's why it's so uncomfortable. That's why. We are, as light workers, we are so brave.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is what we do. We go into systems, forget
Yeah.
everything.
Right. Healing hurts.
This is what we remember. We heal. We grow our
Yeah.
compassion, and we share it freely with one another. And that's when the oneness starts to feel good, because in the system we're in currently, oneness doesn't feel that great. But not to me. But as we heal and we find one another, and we are brave enough to be honest and compassionate at the same time, then we're changing. That's how we change it. I really think that's how we do it. And it's just one person at a time, from the inside out. And that light connects. Like attracts like. You might not see it on the physical level, but remember, there's always 7 levels to everything.
Yeah.
So that's why our dreams are sometimes alike. In spirit world, in dreams,
Mhm.
our intuitions coincide. A lot of times when we talk to each other in these beautiful chat rooms,
Mhm.
we find out that we're having a lot of the same symptoms.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Healing hurts, but it's a good kind of hurt, because it's different than the hurt that you've been in. You can feel
A
tendons.
lot of my healing lately doesn't hurt. It feels like a wash of something comes through me, and I'll start crying like I'm a water faucet. And
Oh,
that's grace.
that's a great.
That's grace moving through.
And it's so hard for so many people to let that happen because so many of us, especially from my generation, are brought up, stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. That was a standard saying at my house. Especially when one of my brothers would beat me up and win. I mean, one of my brothers threw a flashlight at me. I'm 4 years old. Well, I had to be a little bit older than that because he was probably 3. He throws this loaded with D cell batteries, solid chrome, throws it across the room at me because my grandfather gave it to me and I wanted it back. And it hits me in the eye and blood is gushing everywhere. And my mom's on the phone and who's in trouble? Me, because I wanted mine. And he's telling me, no, 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 Grandpa gave it to me. And it was my fault. And so, things like that.
Well,
So,
the basic goals of this is to liberate parts from roles that they've been forced into so they can be who they were designed to be. Like when I first started doing this, I thought, okay, Creator, Mother, I'm going to try this. I'm going to just try this. And I often use like, this is one having a little rattle. And this, you can probably get this on Amazon or Etsy. Start with this. I would recommend getting a little, if you can, get a little egg rattle. This is where things begin. This is where things begin. We heal from within. And I would ask this self that's been protecting me, that's angry right now, what would you be doing if you weren't in the role of protecting me right now? What would you be doing? What would you be doing for fun? And the answer I usually get is I would be by the beach. Yeah, I'd be by the beach. I'd be walking out of the forest and going to the beach. Well, then I would like you to be able to do that. I'd like to take this burden away from you of having to feel that you're 7 years old and you got to protect me all the time, all the time. So the main goals of this is to restore the trust in self so that you can be doing self-leadership and reharmonize that, your inner system, so you feel safe and loved because you are.
So, you said, you had done things to cover it up, to mask things up, right? And so to avoid reality and
I said I had done things to numbing behaviors.
That's the word I was groping.
Numbing behaviors. There you go.
Okay, numbing behaviors.
Yeah, exactly.
But you've already had an established relationship with Mother Pachamama. So would you say that it is strengthened because of that? Because now you understand what you're doing and how you're getting?
It really has, because I think being a parent, anybody who's a parent and grandparent too would also, I think, resonate with this. I wondered, what must it be like? Because Mother loves every single one of her children, the ones who are behaving and the ones who are not. What must it be like for her to watch as her children forget who they are? As her children begin to remember their divinity, what joy! Oh, that's the tears leaking from my eyes. It's love. It's love coming in. It's love waking up. Yeah. And that's from Mother. The breath I'm breathing, that's from Creator. That's from Great Spirit. That is Great Spirit. If I didn't have Great Spirit, I wouldn't be alive. And I'm sharing this in the body that Mother gave me. So I think it's definitely deepened that connection. It's definitely deepened that connection. That Mother is such a beauty. I haven't changed or done anything, so I'm not sure what's happening. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
I'm in 2 windows now.
Can you hear me?
I left and came back because I was getting tick, 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 and I thought it was me. So now I'm in 2 windows. Let's just go to 2 windows. I can't get rid of it without going all the way out, and I don't want to do. There we go. Thank you. Can everybody hear her? Okay. Callie says yes. Okay, good. And now you can hear me too, right? Okay. All right. So, what are your favorite things to do now with this earthly connection? Or is it just something that is always within you?
I've started to do something new. I hold rose quartz and rock from the bay.
I love it.
I've been.
Look at how, oh, and they're so close in shape, you know.
This one is actually now molded to my hand
Ah,
because I've held it. I held it when I sleep to ground the love in my body. I put them underneath my hips when I sleep.
yeah. And I know what you mean. Sleeping with your stone.
Yeah, it will. It does change shape. It will change because they get full of energy. But what I've been doing, which really feels fantastic, is sometimes I feel like a dud because I'm not going on spaceships like you do, and I'm not experiencing things like someone else does or someone else does.
Right.
And so healing is a journey. It's a lifelong journey. So is learning, apparently. So sometimes I say if I didn't have my YouTube channel and I'm so thankful for our community. But I think, Creator, it's you and me. It's you and me, Creator, no matter what happens. Every day, it's you and me, Creator, Mother, it's you and me. I just want to do a good job.
Right.
So sometimes I want to be that hollow bone where I allow those energies of Creator and Mother to meet in my heart, form a protective bubble around me, and I always go 3 bubbles deep. One of silver, one of gold, one that is just pure energy of Great Spirit. And let me walk around because I'm affecting the earth around me. I'm affecting everything around me. And I'm standing here in my light. And I hope that I can inspire others to stand in their light.
Yeah.
And be authentic. Be authentic. And I say this to you as much as I say it to myself. Be authentic and be happy with that. And that's a struggle for me. Honest to goodness, that's a struggle for me to I always think I should be doing more, go faster, do more, come up with another idea. What else can I do? What else can I think that it's an exciting time to be on the planet, but because of where we are right now, I kind of want it to hurry up.
Yeah. Well,
and I want good things, but I kind of want it to hurry up. And I'm like, okay, if I don't give it my attention, if I put my energy where I want it to go, and I have to remind myself to do that. I have to remind myself to call my energy back every day and release any energy that doesn't belong to me. And it's definitely, things are speeding up. Like I'm remembering more dreaming. I'm becoming more aware of my spirit team. I'm becoming aware of this healing energy that just comes on my edges. So I've asked it to go to people I love, and I just picture sending pink light to the back of their hearts, to their backs sometimes.
sure, because what you put out there is what you get back. So it multiplies. Every time you send out healing light, someone else has sent some to you, and it multiplies.
It's exponential, huh? Like ripples in the water.
Yeah.
Like when you drop a stone in the water,
Right.
exponentially.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
the node is when those two ripples intersect. That's the node. That's when you catch each other.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Is that what a node is?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Now you know when
Now
the
I know
south
what
node
a
and
node
the north
is.
node.
Woohoo! Happy day. Now I know what a node is. That's fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I have wondered about that forever.
Right? So
Yay!
one of the
Did I
ways I
show
love
this
to
to you?
call in
I
Mother
made
Earth is just raising my hands up at 60 degrees, palms open, facing, and sing my heart out. Uni nuni we ha nune.
Here, you sing, I'll do this. You sing.
Uni we ha nune. Una manaya. Sorry, I'm sitting down. Una manaya. Uni nuni we ha nune. And when I get to the lake, I walk around. Well, not these days, but I'm getting it back. Walk around the lake singing that song. And it is the same as when I used to sing it to the deer.
Yeah.
I'm singing it over the water, and the seagulls are clustering, and the geese. When I see the geese and I'm walking, whether I'm singing or not, I curtsy to them, because what do geese do to get each other going? They curtsy to each other. So even with my dogs on leashes, I will stand in the middle of the geese and curtsy, and they know I am not there to harm them, right? So all of this can go on as ways and for you to understand and to see it as an omen and a message from spirit that you are connected, that they do understand just through emotion, that they don't feel fear with you, that they're comfortable in your company, right?
You know, I would encourage people to like go the whoa, 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 yay, yay, yay.
Oh, I love that one. Yay, yay,
Yay, yay, yay, yay, yay, yay, yay, whoa, 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 whoa.
yeah.
Sing that 7 times, people. The people, beautiful ones who are here today, and the ones who will watch this later. Sing this outside
Oh,
and
yeah.
watch the wind.
That's a gentle one. Oh, that's a good
Watch the wind will react to your singing,
right.
and the natural world will be so happy
Yeah.
if you sing to it. And it's a really simple song, and it's a balancing song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just sing that outside, and then come back and tell us in the comments.
Hallelujah,
Yeah,
hallelujah,
yeah.
hallelujah, hallelujah, la lola, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hey ole, hallelujah, hey ole, hallelujah. Oh, hey ole, hallelujah, hey ole, hallelujah.
That's beautiful.
That's another one.
That's
Yeah,
beautiful.
there's the language is just, it's, you just feel it in your bones. You know, understanding.
Well, the drum is the heartbeat.
Yeah,
You know, if
exactly.
you don't have a drum, use your belly.
Yeah.
And maybe get a little tiny rattle, so when you go outside and something's on your mind, go to a tree and talk to Creator. And you'll be standing on Mother, and just tell them what your concern is, what you're curious about, just tell them, say it out loud. Because help. Everyone has ancestors. Every one of you has ancestors and angels and guides that want to help you and want you to succeed in what you're here to do. So give it a try. And then come back and tell us about it. It'll be fun. It'll be really
Right?
good. Well, thank you so much for having me on today.
Oh, this was fabulous. Now, I'm not sure if I didn't say anything. Did you happen to have a deck of cards handy? Like some of your own?
I sure do. I have my deck and the divine dog deck, and I have medicine card deck.
Well,
you might ask.
Yeah, whichever, there you go. Whichever one you choose, Let's draw like 3 cards for the energy of this day.
Sounds good. And again, that book that I was going on and on about, it's called No Bad Parts by Richard Schwartz. It's got a foreword by Alanis Morissette.
Oh, yeah. And there you go. There's someone who knows. Oh my gosh, how perfect is that?
I'm being really fancy because we have a fantastic group of people here today. So I'm drawing a card from each deck.
Oh, that's good. Are you
Yeah.
ready or shall I go ahead?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the first card I get, and this is from the Inner Child deck, but not the Honey Bunny deck, right? This is, you know your way. Trust your intuition on this journey. And 2 days in a row, I have gotten this card. It's the number 44 card.
Woohoo!
Looky.
Woohoo!
Right?
Yay!
A caribou.
That's awesome.
And then we have, you deserve to be seen. Let yourself be known. And again, we are brought to a reindeer, just
Holy
a little
shamoly!
3-pointer, right?
With the look at all the wow!
And the trees are budding, and the
Oh my goodness!
bluebird of happiness is in the tree,
Holy shamoly!
right? And then the final card is, which is perfect. You can do hard things. That card was number 42. I
Wow!
can't believe, because I have shuffled that deck. 3 cards in the 40s. This is card number 41. You can do hard things. It is not as impossible as you may feel.
That is so true. Oh, those are beautiful. Look at that journey card.
Isn't that, you know?
That is
I
so.
love the sloop.
Oh, I do too. I love the starry sky, and it looks like a cormorant or a.
Yeah. It's hard for me. Oh, it's a dragonfly up here in this corner.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Transformation. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my
I really
goodness.
like this deck.
I love that sky. Well, I drew 3 cards. This is the Eagle of the South.
Oh, yes.
The turkey.
Yes.
Giveaway. Giveaway.
Ben Franklin wanted it to be the national bird.
This bird is the Eagle of the South. There is no waste. There is no waste. That is beautiful. And it reminds me of at our wedding, we made gifts for our guests, because in Native tradition, when one has something really beautiful, you give a gift.
Right.
And so we said, don't bring gifts, we give you gifts. So we cooked salmon, and we had drilled a clamshell and put a candle and a poem and some sage that we picked in each one to give to our guests, to share our happiness and our joy. And the second card from the Divine Dog is companionship through thick and thin.
Nice.
I love that.
I love that. Yeah, Annie. We've been friends for a while and a half, and we'll be friends continued for a while and a half longer.
Isn't that beautiful? And this one is from my deck.
Oh,
It's the deck that I painted. Seeking wisdom, ask out loud. Just what I was talking about. In the editing, in the editing, the head got lopped a little bit.
Oh, but I love it. I love it. I love it. You can
So
still see it.
there we have it. We can just ask out loud. It's that simple.
Well,
we can make things complicated, but they don't have to be.
right?
They don't have to be complicated.
Well, we've come upon an hour. How quickly time goes.
Oh, goodness.
So
Thank
I want
you.
to say I love you. Thank you for coming. And everybody here in the chat, please be with us again tomorrow. Be glad to see you all here. Annie, I love you.
Love you too. Have a good rest of your day, hon.
You
Bye,
too.
everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.